Thank God, dude. Oh my God. Are we rolling? He's right here. He's right here. Alright, I'm pulling up to this farm here. The other night I was driving around looking for some deer. Found two pretty nice bucks. I think the one was about 130, the one was maybe 140-ish range. But they're both pretty good, and I don't really have much around the, where I live here. So I decided to go out and ask them. I'm pulling in here soon. Hopefully they say yes. And hopefully we got something to finally hunt, because the public land isn't shaping out. So we've been on the private grind. Technically have 2 spots, but they all have cattle in it. This lady, I ran into her the other day, talked about it for a little bit, but I was supposed to come back and talk to the husband. So we're gonna see what they say, and hopefully it's a yes. All right, what's going on? I don't know how well you can hear me. It's windier than hell today. It's like 20-mile-an-hour south winds, which is pretty ridiculous. But that's classic South Dakota for you. This is my first sit out of a tree this year. I did a ground hunt on the same piece earlier this year. Actually, only a week ago. Actually, didn't see a deer, but this piece is here. I was driving around 2 or 3 weeks ago, probably. I saw 2 pretty good bucks on this cut alfalfa field out here. We got permission on them. People said go ahead, which is, thanks to them. It's awesome. It's public land. It's been kicking my ass. I don't even have a deer over 30-inch public land camera, so I actually pulled all them. These guys gave me permission for this piece I'm hunting today, and then as well as another piece, and I've got actually a decent deer on each piece. So, I got a few deer to go after, but anyways, tonight it's October 26th. It was about 32 degrees this morning. Probably would have been good to sit this morning since it was calm too, but ended up going duck hunting. Shot a 6-man though, a bunch of mallards, pintails, and whatnot. Decided to come to an evening sit today. Deer cast, it says it's supposed to be okay today. But it's October 26th, the rut's starting to, kick off here in the Midwest. So you never know what can happen. It's a little bit early, but we'll see. It'd be sick, if not, oh well. As you can see, we've got the first deer of the night in the cornfield in front of us here. It looks like it's about 30-ish minutes till sunset. So an hour before we gotta get out of here. But 2 deer on the field, not bad. 2 is better than none. And hopefully it's October 26th, so hopefully they can track the buck. But if not, I have no issue shooting a doe tonight. So if she steps within range, she's getting cranked, hopefully. So we'll see what happens here. It should just get better. Alright, another little buck just stepped in from across the field. He's probably about, I don't know, 350 yards. But it's
good sign. That I was a little bit nervous with how windy it's supposed to get tonight, that these deer won't be as apt to come out early. So we've got those 3 deer out in front of us here. That little buck's actually making a scrape right now. We've got one little buck and 2 does. They're both a long ways out, but it's making me excited that we got deer on their feet early-ish, about 45 minutes before sunset. Hopefully that big guy gets on his feet early and, comes and checks out this scrape I'm hunting, and, maybe comes and checks out this other buck or these 2 does. But yeah, we got about 45 minutes left. Just a good sign those deer are on their feet, so never know. I guess we'll see what happens. Look at the deer that just stepped out. I think that's the deer I'm in here after. It's kind of hard to tell from this far away. But the deer I'm in here after is a tall 10, or he's a tight 10, I should say. But that looks like a mature deer. That could easily be him. It is him. I think it is him. He's hitting a scrape over there. Oh yeah, that's him. That's him. Deer I'm in here after. Across the cornfield. Came out of the opposite grove on the turn. Oh, he's pretty good. Alright, it's October 27th. Sorry if the mic's bad. My Bluetooth mic is of course dead, and Schoono has my normal mic, so I apologize if it's bad in advance. Anyways, it's October 27th. We had a pretty decent sit last night. We saw our shooter buck that we were after in here. Unfortunately, I saw him get shot at last night. I don't know if he got hit. The neighbor, I guess, which I didn't know, was set up about 200 yards down from me. Last night I had my binos on that buck. He worked across the field, and I lost him in the trees over here. I could just make out kind of where he went, and I'm looking through my binos, and all of a sudden I see a luminoc fly through the air. I thought I heard it hit him, but I guess it could have hit the ground. So I don't know. Not super high hopes tonight. Just kind of a reconnaissance mission. If I get a good shot at a doe, I'm not going to pass it up. So that's kind of the mission tonight. See if we can see that buck again. Maybe get a doe on the ground. Anyways, it's about 70 degrees right now on October 27th, so it's not ideal conditions. It's not as windy tonight, which is nice. Yeah, it's, hopefully the rut's warming up a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of rattling, see if we can't get something in here. But I'm in the same spot as last night. Saw 5 deer. Hopefully we can get one of those does to come by, and hopefully I see my buck. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. If the neighbor did kill him, props to him, but I don't know. It's a little bit dark for my liking, so we'll see what happens. So, it's about 30 minutes till sunset here. I just saw my first deer of the night. It's actually the little buck that the big buck was with last night. He came out in the exact same spot. It's about 25 minutes later than he came out yesterday. But I've just got my fingers crossed that that buck that I'm after, hopefully made it. And if I see him tonight, that'll be freaking awesome. I just hope if he did get harvested, that the neighbor got him. So I guess we will, see what happens here. And I still got 30 minutes left, so if a doe walks by, she's gonna, get slogged too, hopefully. So we'll see what happens the rest of the night here. We got about 30 minutes left. All right, we're all set up in the stand here. Actually, crazy enough, set up. There's a smaller, probably only a 2.5-year-old, 8. That's been out here all the time. He actually was behind me at 15 yards, which was pretty wild. He caught my scent. I didn't have the ozonics going. I just sweated my nuts off getting in here. But yeah, it's should be. Hopefully, it's a good one. We'll see. I mean, him on his feet, that's a really good sign. So we'll see what happens. I've got all the cameras set up, bow hung up, everything's ready to go. I'm gonna phase up. There's work early today. We got a massive cold front to come through here yesterday. Super high winds. It actually snowed, so there's snow on the ground. I'm still hunting the buck that I call Second Chance. I switched positions on him because the wind is it's a really bad wind, but I don't have many days left before rifle season, so I'm getting aggressive. I'm actually about 100 yards from his bedroom right now, which kind of sketches me out. Made a decent amount of noise getting in here, hanging everything up. So it's been quite the setup so far. But anyways, we're set up. It's about 32 degrees, northwest winds at about 20. They're supposed to drop to about 10 right around sunset. Deercast says the movement's supposed to be great tonight. I think the pressure is at about 30.2. The pressure's been increasing the past day and a half. It's supposed to peak tomorrow and then go back down. This weekend it's supposed to be in the 40s again. So probably no deer hunt this weekend. Hopefully we'll do some waterfowl hunting. Nonetheless, hopefully we have a good hunt, and hopefully we get eyes on Second Chance. was in here before I've had that deer on camera though. I just stuck him at about 20 yards. The arrow did not get good penetration at all. I don't exactly know what the heck just happened. I've been standing like that for 30 minutes because I saw him come behind me. I literally still have a little buck in front of me here. There's no way. I think I hit him good. That was wild. I couldn't even get it all on video because so much happened. I don't even know what to think right now. I don't even know what to think right now. I gotta watch. I gotta watch that video back. All right, so I just went back and watched the footage of the shot on that buck. And don't feel super good about it. I'm not gonna lie. Just half arrow penetration maybe. Looks like I hit him pretty low. I would have to imagine I probably hit sternum. It's just gonna come down to if I got lucky and that arrow went high, or I don't know. I really hope. Put so much time into this to have the one shot opportunity I've had all year for me to mess up. It really sting. And for the deer's sake, you know, I don't want to have him go through that either. You know, we strive to be the best that we possibly can. And I have no idea what the outcome is going to be of this, but just watching that video back, I do not feel super confident about it. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to get everything packed up. I'm going to go look for blood, and we're going to make a decision from there. Alright, so after looking at the footage last night, we decided to let the deer sit overnight. I tracked him for about 100 yards last night. Decent blood. Found the arrow. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I think I have penetration to either here or about here. But as you can see, that's, you know, only 8-9 inches, call it. Not super, obviously penetration isn't good. We're hoping that arrow went in just far enough, hopefully clip the bottom of something, whether that's liver, lung, or heart. Not really sure, but I'd say, you know, we have a pretty good chance of finding him, and me and Schooner are gonna go take a hike, pick up last blood, and see if we can't find him bedded up in this deep bedding over here. So let's go look for him and we'll see what happens. All right, so this is the last spot that I saw blood last night. This is where he stopped right here and turned back towards me. This is about 50-ish, 60-ish yards from the initial shot. Pretty good amount of blood right here. The initial trail for like the first 20 yards, it's pretty spotty. Then it gets pretty decent to here. And I haven't really been much further past this. So, okay, so we're about 100 yards from the spot where I watched him leave the grove. We've got a pretty decent pile of blood here. It's been pretty thin for the past 80 yards, but it's starting to get better. We found this pile here, which it looks like he probably coughed. And we got a lot of bubbles in this blood here. Granted, it is frozen, but this probably tells me that we clipped a lung, which would be perfect, just because of how many bubbles are in that pile of blood right there. And I can see the blood trail is getting a little bit better, honestly, which makes me super optimistic. So I honestly think he's just gonna be up here a little bit further. So fingers crossed, we're gonna keep on going. Oh, thank God, dude. Oh my God, are we rolling? He's right here. He's right here. So what I was telling Schooner was, there's a big bed right here where I knew that our chances were he died right here, or he bedded right here. And it looks like something maybe kicked him up. He was getting uneasy, something happened, and he went 10 more yards and tipped over. He's been dead for a while. There he is. My 2024 South Dakota archery whitetail. feels so nice to actually have him here, Dawn. Just feels so nice to be worrying about it, worrying about the shot, and then finally it comes all together. Could have been a better shot, I'm not gonna lie, but it's dang near right in the pump house. I don't exactly know what happened. Alright, so as you can see, we got him, thank God. Here's my 2024 archery South Dakota buck. You know, this one means a lot to me. I put in so much time and effort to find a piece of land. You know, I moved down here, tried public land, just was not going the way I wanted it to, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna set out, I'm gonna find some private, grinded, put a ton of miles on the pickup, bunch of hours after work to find a decent piece of public or private. Thankful that the landowners, you know, obviously let me come out here, and I finally got, you know, what I've been after. So a bunch of hours in the stand, bunch of hours in the pickup, scouting. I'm just super thankful to have this deer here. You know, as you've seen, the shot, I thought it was good initially, then watching the footage back, I didn't think it was good. Honestly, looking at, it's on the other side of him here, but honestly, the shot's not, I mean, right's gonna look pretty good.
Yeah, from what we saw in the video, we thought it was way low, but...
Yeah, honestly, it ended up being a lot better than we thought it was. So, we ended up tracking him about 400 yards. He came back to the edge of this grove like I kind of assumed. And sure enough, we found his bed, and he was about 5 yards from his bed. So, we got him here, thank goodness. We're gonna get him all cleaned up, get him hung up, and hopefully we're off to Minnesota next week for Thanksgiving, and we'll try and punch that tag too. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.